Okay, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the Crypto Report. Very busy day today. Very, very busy day indeed. I hope everybody's doing great. We do have a stream for you. Going to be a little bit shorter because I got places to be, but I did want to give you guys an update as Bitcoin is booming right now, up to 109 and change, maybe approaching some new highs. Mr. Clean. That's right, Harry. That's right. Marty in the chat talking doom and gloom. What's going on? Altcoin reckoning, Bitcoin booming. Why? What is happening? Well, we'll talk a little bit about it on top of some of the news going on in the crypto space. This is the Crypto Report. No financial advice here. I am not a financial advisor. Neither is Black Sea. We are here for entertainment. Simon Kelly trying to get me in on those games. I don't even know how that's possible. You're doing it virtually. We gotta talk. Armin Clark, how's it going? Everybody? Hope you guys are doing great out there. Let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes. There is quite a bit of news. There is definitely a Bitcoin boom happening right now. Take a peek at this. Bitcoin up to 109, top trending coin for the day. Bitcoin, top trending coin. What do you know? Up 3% today. Ethereum getting a nice boost, up 4.5% as the stock market has been roaring as well. Looking pretty decent. Let's refresh that page right there. If it could just load for me, that'd be great. $6,200 for that. We have a trade deal that was just reached with Vietnam. There you go. We've got other trade deals that have been kind of coming in. Fed rate cuts coming September or sooner. A lot of positive things, though. U.S. jobs reports, weak jobs data. So, that's not the best. But instead, guess what, guys? Things are going up. You got Coinbase stock up. You got Circle. It's down a little bit after this big boom that it's had. MicroStrategy's up again another 4% today. GameStop's up a little bit today. So we got the stock market doing well. Bitcoin's doing well. Some altcoins trying to recover. Let's look at our big gainers today. And it's a meme. SPX 6900. How about that right there? Virtuals Protocol. Sandbox hasn't been booming in a while. Getting a little bit of a recovery. Floki getting a move. WorldCoin getting a move. That's what you like to see if you're holding on to any of these altcoins, is altcoins seem to have just been stinky no. We have not really liked, how do you like that? We've not really enjoyed the meme coin or the altcoin market lately. It's been pretty weak to depressing for some. And that's why, I'm focused on some of the big caps right now. Obviously, Bitcoin, there is more institutional adoption than ever before. And that's what I'm going to share with you guys a lot of in this video, as we always do. Just giving some of the news here. John316 says, happy we are pumping. Me too. I am happy we're pumping as well. So we do have some coins that are up today. Just a few that are down. Jasmy, not looking so good. I don't know about the future of Jasmy anymore. At one point, I was excited about it. And at this point, not so much. At one point, people thought Solana was dead, and then it had a roaring comeback. Well, I think Solana's a lot bigger picture. People actually use Solana. It's actually a very active DeFi ecosystem, the most active DeFi ecosystem, actually. And Jasmy is potentially has utility with the Internet of Things and some of the partnerships, but they had some problems recently in some of the news. So not looking too good for Jasmy, unfortunately. And of course, none of this is financial advice. You gotta pick your own coins, pick your own research, but this is just kind of the way that I'm looking at this market. So not a lot's down today. Quite a bit is up, but Bitcoin is doing spectacular. So are our top coins out there. XRP is doing pretty well. Let's see if XRP can break past that $2.30 price level that it's been. $2.32. Just been rejecting off that over and over and over again. Let's see what it does on this attempt. It's on its way back up to $2.32. Let's see if it rejects off of it this time, or if it actually breaks through. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. We made a great deal with Vietnam. Huge trade deals. I love them. We like it. Everything's made over there. We're going to make it here, but they're going to make it there too. You're going to like it. And the deals, nobody's ever seen the likes of the deals. Big, beautiful. La-di-da. Okay. You got it. You got it, Marty. How's it going? Crow Evans says, front strategies making moves to stag ETH like MicroStrategy with BTC. I do see BlackRock buying Ethereum as well. It's Wade says, Kippy, you notice how much cheaper gas prices are on Cronos EVM? Swaps are so cheap now. Can't wait for the next upgrade. Sub 1 second transaction times. Continuing to get more upgrades on Cronos. We need mainstream DeFi adoption. DeFi still ain't roaring back, but Bitcoin is, and that's pretty good. Bitcoin broke above a trend line here. Might be making an attempt at this new high thing. Makes sense. Stock market's booming. Time for Bitcoin to start booming. We do have favorable news happening for on the international stage with geopolitical things. The president has kind of come out ahead of this. It's kind of working. It seems some people would disagree with that, but it seems like the news has kind of fizzled away from any problems going on internationally to maybe solutions happening internationally with trade and with global tensions. Recently got praised by the UN as well, which is kind of wild. They call them daddy. So the market's coming back. All the pessimism towards the markets is kind of fizzling out, and it's happening pretty quickly, and that's pretty cool. How's it going, Jay, in the chat? What do you think about my voice when it goes this high? I think it's pretty neat. So you're seeing some things happen, and you like it, generally. Let's see if we can get some breakouts. Let's get Crow back above 8.7 cents. Let's get XRP back above $2.32. Let's get Pepe back above this nice green trend line right here at 4011. And Doge maybe getting the bounce here. Looking pretty decent to get a bounce. Maybe head back up to the 42 something. I'd love to see it. I'd love an altcoin season. Our total market cap looking like it wants to have a recovery as well. We were teasing to the downside yesterday, talking about a potential bounce to 100K. It's always possible, guys. These markets change every single day. All of a sudden, a new story comes out tomorrow and everything changes. That's why, I've just been trading these volatilities and doing some trades. You're looking at key support, key resistance. If you guys want to trade, I got affiliate links. That's one way to support the channel. If you're looking for places to trade, I got affiliate links in the comments down below. Do your own research. Be careful when it comes to trading, but I've been doing a lot of trading, having a lot of fun with it. Waiting on an altcoin season. It hasn't come yet. Let's look at some of the news, guys. Let's look at some of the news. Again, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter stream, so let's get into it. First up, interesting story. Yahoo Finance reporting off one of the Motley Fool story. Which cryptocurrency was more likely to make a millionaire maker? Dogecoin versus Cardano. Which one do you think they say? The answer is that both of them have really high market caps. Neither of them are in their freshman year. To put $50,000 into either coin, making $1 million on either, even with that unreasonably large sum, demands a 20x return. Is that possible with Cardano or Doge? It's unlikely, okay, right? These are very big market cap coins. Which one's it more possible with? Well, the Motley Fool and Yahoo Finance are reporting Cardano wins on fundamentals. Doge is a meme. Memes and excitement fizzle out over time. Cardano has fundamentals. It hasn't really challenged the tech behind Ethereum or Solana is kind of what they go through in this article, but that's the take here. They pick Cardano over Dogecoin. I want to know what you guys do. Do you think that Dogecoin or Cardano is going to perform better? Let me know what you guys think. That's what Motley Finance thinks. I don't love that publication, but I thought it was an interesting story I wanted to share with you guys. Another interesting story is we do know that the U.S. government has a national strategic reserve for all the Bitcoin that they are seizing. And so do many states. But recently, Arizona governor says, nah, I don't like this Bitcoin thing. I don't like it one bit. And she did not approve the strategic reserve for Bitcoin for seized crypto. But the future opposing governor who wants to get into office holds the opposing view, the pro-crypto view. This is something we're going to continue to see. Opposing views, pro-crypto versus anti-crypto. Pro-crypto, I think it's more popular than anti-crypto right now. This could put this governor at jeopardy of getting reelected, potentially, if crypto continues to be a major issue. And I do think that it is, because you have more companies buying more Bitcoin ETFs and Bitcoin in general. Figma reveals a 70 million Bitcoin ETF holdings and plans to buy 30 million more. That's $100 million worth of BTC, and they're already in the profit on it, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And yes, the title of this video includes $132,000 Bitcoin possibility in 2025. I do think that it's possible. Again, not a financial advisor, but I do think it's possible, guys. And I get pretty excited about it. It could happen rather quickly, especially if you break through 112 right now. But major companies are buying millions upon millions of dollars worth of it. And Standard Chartered Bank, got the number wrong, 135K in Q3. Standard Chartered expects Bitcoin to hit a new highs of 135 in Q3. And I saw that they're looking at potentially a $200,000 Bitcoin in 2025. Man alive, that is unbelievable. But It could be possible, guys. It really could be possible. So it's something to keep in your back pocket. You know, talking about an extended cycle, it's possible we might go into 2026. You know, you do see, for example, German bank now. We saw Deutsche Bank talk about this. Now we see Bank Sparkassen-Fitzengruppe. You like that? Germany's largest savings bank financial group will now allow private customers to trade Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies by 2026, just like Deutsche Bank. How about that? Bitcoin custody from the banks. Don't you like it? Don't you love it? And you want some more of it? You got 135K Q3 prediction for Standard Chartered. You got companies buying Bitcoin in ETF form, and public companies bought more Bitcoin, just straight up Bitcoin, than ETFs did for the third quarter in a row. Public companies grew their Bitcoin balance about 18%, according to data at Bitcoin Treasuries, while ETFs showed an 8% increase in the same period. Buying Bitcoin is more popular than buying Bitcoin ETFs. I think that makes sense. I'd rather have the actual Bitcoin than the ETFs, but ETFs are another vehicle to get invested into Bitcoin and the crypto asset class. Yes, Dennis, we can look at Pepe. We will look at Pepe. I'll take a peek at Pepe. Excuse me, I need to blow my nose. Getting better, feeling better. You can see the energy today. The mood is improving. I don't like being sick, but I've been sick and I'm feeling better, so it's good. And it's pretty sick how much Bitcoin these companies are buying, and pretty sick how awesome the potential price levels for Bitcoin's future are. And it's not just Bitcoin. It's not just Bitcoin, guys. SEC just approved Grayscale's large cap crypto fund into ETF. Grayscale has slowly narrowed the arbitrage opportunities in crypto trust by converting them into exchange traded funds, roughly 80%. Okay, so here's a fund from Grayscale. The fund consists of 5 biggest currencies by market cap featured in CoinDesk 5 index. Roughly 80.2% of the weighted fund was Bitcoin, followed by Ether at 11.3%, where Solana accounts for approximately 2.7%. XRP commands over 4.8%, and Cardano is 0.81% of the fund. What does this mean? Good things for Solana, XRP, Cardano, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, of course. Very cool to see the SEC approving a conversion of this crypto fund moving into an ETF. Look at how Easy Street is unfolding for the crypto industry. The SEC is getting on board. And there's other things going on as well, right? We could talk about, why don't we talk about this? Where is it? This right here. Everybody's waiting on a lot of XRP nuts. You XRP nuts out there. We're all XRP nuts, I think. I don't know. I like XRP. But this is the idea, right? Here's XRP. Here's the SEC case. It's got a crack in it. When the dam breaks, the water is going to pour. Think of this as money, I guess. Pour all over the village of XRP investors. That's a good thing, I guess. I don't know. I mean, what? You're going to be drowned by XRP? I don't know. This is supposed to be a good thing, a breakout. Okay, this is a breakout. Wouldn't this be tragic though if this village got the dam over the village broke? But it's a positive thing. That's what they're saying here. XRP massive breakout imminent. This is the idea that a lot of people have been pushing on XRP for a while. I don't know when the breakout's going to happen, but I do know what could be a catalyst. XRP recently dropped 5% on dramatic judge ruling. Ripple's legal woes. In 2020, they sold XRP as an unregistered security. Okay. And then what happened was, you saw that the previous SEC was attacking them. The judge, when they wanted to settle, this recent court said, Judge Torres says that none of the facts of the original case has been changed. And so even though they wanted to drop the case, well, the problems that brought the case into question aren't different. So she quoted the arguments made by the old SEC, including that Ripple's misconduct was reckless and likely to continue. Ultimately, the judge said rulings are made in the public interest and cannot be undone unless there are exceptional circumstances, which there were not. Then Brad Garlinghouse said that the company would draw its cross appeal. The hope and expectation is that the SEC would follow suit. Okay, and so if they both drop the case, then that's it. The case would be over, but the injunction and the fine will still stand, and then they can pay the fine, and the case can actually be over. So, when is this going to happen? who knows? Some people are trying to argue that the end of the case is already priced in. So when the end of the case comes, there's a chance that this thing booms more, or that it's a sell the news event. And that would be really tragic if it was a sell the news event. I think it would be a pump, but I don't know. I can't predict the future. I'm not a financial advisor, but I will tell you this, guys. Historically, if Bitcoin's taking new highs and Bitcoin dominance starts to fall, you can see a risk on asset rally overall in the crypto space. And I would believe that XRP should be a part of that, in my personal opinion. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, the approval of the XRP ETFs coming, the growth of Ripple stablecoin, and a lot of partnerships are happening. So it looks pretty good. And then they ask, should you buy $1,000 worth of XRP? And I hate when they do that. I don't know. You gotta make your own choices there, guys. But I do think that XRP is a staple in the crypto market. And a lot of people have been quitting on Ethereum. But remember, BlackRock's still buying it. Just bought $54 million worth of ETH. Bada bing. Bada boom. That's Black Sea reporting. On follow him at 333 Black Sea. Follow me at CryptoKip Tweets on X, and follow us at _ crypto report on X as well. Smash a like as well. How's it going, Daryl? Let's talk about Pepe. Somebody wants me to talk about the Pepe charts. What else? Is there any news going on? Any new news going on Yahoo? You remember when Yahoo? You remember when it was that? That was a thing. It was fun. It was a fun time. There's XRP approaching quickly the $2.32 level. Let's see if we get a rejection there. We break through. Look at Bitcoin booming. This is a significant move for Bitcoin because we have broken out of a little trend there. Boom. This is a breakout, guys. This is a breakout for Bitcoin. This could be the move. We could be taking a new high off this. If you're trading, trade cautiously. If you want to trade, you could sign up for our affiliates in the links in the description down below. That is one way to support the channel, and those are some platforms that we like personally. Okay, Pepe. What's going on with Pepe? It's moving up. Why? Bitcoin's moving up. Bing. Boom. What do you want to know about Pepe? Support here. Support here. Something we've looked at. Look, you want Pepe to go up. You need Bitcoin to take a new high. As soon as Bitcoin takes a new high, it gives Pepe the opportunity to come back to its previous highs. If Pepe goes back to its previous highs, that's 176% move from here. It's over 2x. It'd be great. It's almost a 3x, so that'd be cool. Isn't the House voting? The House is going to be voting. There is rumors that the House is going to be delaying the vote on the BBB, the Big Beautiful Bill. But that's what we heard from the Senate too. Eventually it was passed. The Big Beautiful Bill is probably going to go through. Some people love the Big Beautiful Bill. Some people don't like the Big Beautiful Bill. Politics is politics, right? But it's a part of the conversation. Daryl Youngst has been getting stabbed out like mad with whiplash on these markets. Jeez. Yeah. And I think that the setup to the breakout and the potential new high is also another setup for, a potential long squeeze at some point. I seldom do we ever just break right through. Most of the time we don't. Certainly could. The fact that the Fed rate cuts are coming, that's great. The fact that markets are booming right now, that's great. The fact that some trade deals are coming, that's great. The fact that even in there's some talk about Israel and the Gaza Strip, some potential solutions there. Egypt's coming in, and the partners in the Middle East are coming in to find potential resolve there. There's a ceasefire going on there. I believe there's a ceasefire going on right now between Israel and Iran as well. I mean, this is all kind of coming together, and it could be a bullish storm potentially. So we're going to keep an eye on all this stuff. Marty asked a question. Scroll up and let me know your thoughts on my question. I didn't see your question. Let's check it out. Let's do a little Q&A. Jasmine Utilities have been 6 years of shutting the rooftops. Our team is Sony. Yeah, exactly. What else did you say? It's wait, Marty. What did you say, Marty? Like, is ETH underperforming because their ship has sailed and everyone has loaded their bags long-term with BTC? I think that ETH is underperforming because there's a sense of weakness in altcoins in general. Ethereum is the number one altcoin. Ethereum is the altcoin that's typically the catalyst for the altcoin boom. Bitcoin's been struggling to take new highs lately. You've seen Bitcoin dominance skyrocketing. And so if you have Bitcoin dominance skyrocketing, you're not really looking for an Ethereum boom. You're not really looking for an altcoin boom at that point. You need Bitcoin dominance to top out. There's not really a sign that Bitcoin dominance is going to top out anytime in the immediate future. We're looking at some of the levels at 72, 73% potentially for Bitcoin to top out. It's impossible to predict the future, but I will tell you the prices that you pay when you're doing fees on Ethereum are ridiculous. The technology, the upgrades that were promised for Ethereum were lackluster. Solana is a mega competitor. There are other competitors like Sweet and others. So there's a lot of factors that are holding Ethereum back. But BlackRock's still buying, and BlackRock, don't they run the world or something like that, right? So, there you go. Ripple got a banking license? I haven't heard about that. Very interesting. Very interesting. Haven't heard about that. What else is cooking, guys? I hope you enjoyed that response, Marty. Sure, some will say that type of talk. I'm sure some will say that type of talk and fear is the signal. I'm not saying alt season is canceled, but I see a scenario where good plays are 2x, 3x, and not these 100x's. I think there will be 100x's. It's almost impossible to predict what those are going to be. But I agree with you. More 2, 3, 5x's instead of 100x's. I think that 2, 3, 5x's could be a little bit easier to find than anything higher than that. But I do think we're going to see those opportunities. I think that. I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. How many times am I saying that lately? I think you guys understand why. I want you guys to feel protected. I want to make sure that our community is safe, that they're doing their own due diligence, and that, we're protecting our audience. What else is going on, guys? Jay says, Crow makes me sad. Crow makes me sad, too. Altcoins make me sad, but crypto's exciting. Bitcoin's very exciting, and I still think we're gonna have some kind of altcoin boom. And I think that I've got a video coming out for crypto.com later today, so Jay, you can check that one out. Something to be excited about. Can I take a look at Stacks? Stacks ain't looking too hot. We can take a look at it though. I'm seeing more issues with the Welsh community and with like what is that one? Veller or something like that. A lot of problems going on over there. That ecosystem ain't panning out like I wanted. Wow, look at that wick down to 28 cents. That's crazy. Have not been paying attention to this. This is very, very cheap stacks right now. Very cheap stacks right now. Could it come lower? Absolutely. It could come down to 20 cents at this point. Easily could get a bodied candle down to 44 cents. Very possible. Looking pretty weak right now. I don't think that it's over for stacks, but there have been a lot of problems in that ecosystem. So stacks, space, and time. I don't know what that means. Marty's saying, I was just asking, do you think there's a scenario where alt season isn't grand because there's too much hold on to BTC? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's real. I don't think institutions are going to be doing the altcoin thing as much. And I think institutions are going to be the big push. There's a real argument to be made that Bitcoin is, taking over. But I still think there are going to be, speculators, like individuals like you and me, that are going to want to play the altcoin game. I believe that, but there's more of an argument to be made that it's a Bitcoin bull market, folks. Okay. And that's why I was bullish on stacks, but stacks has had its fair share of problems. I don't know anything about that, Ryan. I'd have to look into it, but I appreciate the heads up. Bitcoin's looking strong right now, guys. Yeah, I'd have to take a peek at it. SXT, I don't know anything about that. SXT, not stacks. You're talking about SXT. I don't know what that is. Well, guys, I normally do about a 50-minute live stream, 50. We're live at 11 a.m. every day, unless I got something going on. And today, unfortunately, I've got a lot going on. So I'm going to cut the stream short. We will do a full stream for you guys tomorrow and at our normal time, 11 a.m. So be ready for that. Buckle up, buckaroo. That's all I got in this one, guys. Smash like, subscribe to the channel. I don't think altcoins are dead, but it feels like an altcoin reckoning. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Do your own research. Tap the like, subscribe. We'll keep the content coming. Until next time, folks. Peace.